the ABC&H Aloe Vera Juice. My name is Fran. I'm going to be your host for this evening. And I want to welcome everybody to our new platform being on Zoom so we could be more efficient and more visual and help Miss Rebecca to really spread the word on this amazing business and product. We do these calls every Friday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're on the same link that you have for every single week. And before I get started, I'd like to do some housekeeping for the people that are on the phone. If you'd like to ask a question when we get to the testimonies or the questions, you need to press star, I think the raise hand is 9, star 9, is that correct? To raise your hand on the phone, and star 6 to unmute. And for the people that are on the Zoom, if you look at the bottom of your screen on the left, there's a mute button. And if that's got a red line through it, just click that to unmute yourself. If you'd like to show us who you are, there's a video link that you can click on and we'd be able to see you guys. If you do not want to speak, there's a chat button so that you can write a question or comment for us and that will be answered. And then all the way on the right, there's a reaction button and you click on that and that will allow you to raise your hand so that you can ask your question or give a testimony. So we are here to talk about aloe vera juice. This is an amazing company and an amazing product. Miss Rebecca Brown is the CEO and leader of this. She does absolutely everything for this company and product. She takes the orders, she makes the product, she ships it out, she educates us on everything we need to know about what this product can do, what the benefits are. And I think that once you hear what this is all about, people are going to get very excited. Before I get started, we're going to have a small prayer and we're going to have Donna come in and do that for us. And then we will get to the meat of the call.
Okay, I just want to thank God for this amazing product that Miss Rebecca has given to all of us. So we just want to take time and honor God right now. I want to thank you, God, for another day. We thank you for allowing us to be together one more time. We pray for those who were not able to make it. We pray for those who are coming into the call. We pray that everyone will be open to receive the information and will share it with others, because this is something miraculous that you have given all of us, especially Miss Rebecca, to share with all that are on here. We thank you, we praise you, and we magnify your name. Amen.
Thank you, Donna. If you have any background noise, either on the Zoom or on the phone, if you could please mute your call. We can hear somebody talking or some noise in the background there. So where I'm going to start very briefly is, what is aloe? Aloe is a plant. It's been around for over 6,000 years. It's a whole food with medicinal and healing properties. It's got over 240 vitamins, minerals, amino acids. And when you use it, when you drink it, you're just going to be amazed at what it does for you. The benefits, it goes right into your blood system. And as Miss Rebecca always says, when you clean the blood, you can be very, very healthy. It strengthens your immune system. It cleans the cells. It gets rid of bacteria, viruses. It repairs the body, restores, energizes, protects, and balances the body so it can work properly. Now, a lot of us co-hosts, when we do the call, we like to give a little bit of our personal experience using the product. So I will do that. I had a terrible cough. I had some mold that kind of got into my lungs. And a friend of mine said, you've got to get on this aloe. And first time she told me, I wasn't interested. I said, I've got some good stuff. I'll be fine. And the cough kept persisting and getting worse. And I started to feel it in my body. So she mentioned it to Miss Rebecca, and the email that came back was, if she doesn't get on the aloe, it could kill her. And that did it for me. The next day I ordered the aloe. I started drinking it. Each day I felt better and better and better. And I started noticing I was coughing a whole lot less, till one day I said, oh my, I haven't coughed all day. And the cough went away. And then I started noticing daily, on a regular basis, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling stronger. I have more energy. The quality of life is better. You have a well-being that you just might not understand where it's coming from. Till one night on one of the calls, Rebecca said that this aloe syncs your spiritual, physical, and emotional bodies together. And then I understood why I was feeling so good. As a lot of the ladies that come on and give their testimonies or do the hosting, I'm the same age as Miss Rebecca. I was just 70 years old last month. I have a hard time believing that myself, but that's what it is. We have to take the responsibility to care enough about ourselves to take care of ourselves. And I believe that with this product, with this aloe vera juice, and using the topical in conjunction with it so that it melds into your skin, you are going to have a complete program that's going to keep you healthy inside and out. And that's what we all want. We got some crazy stuff going on outside in our world, and people are stressed, they're angry, they're afraid. And I really feel emotionally that when you take the aloe, it helps your stress. It gives you a feeling of calm and well-being, and we can handle life a whole lot better. So I really recommend that people use it. If you're new, when we get to different slides towards the middle here, we're going to tell you how to purchase it. We're going to tell you how to use it. Our job is to give you as much information and knowledge about how and why this product works so that everybody can understand the power of it. Tell your friends. We want to share this product with as many people as we can and help people. When we hear the people coming on with the testimonies, some of them are very, very serious. And when you can help somebody feel better, there is nothing better than that in life, to know that you're in service and you've got something that is not a pill, not a medication, doesn't take 30 or 60 or 90 days to work, doesn't have any side effects. It is all natural and it works very, very quickly. So I would love for people that haven't tried the product to use it. At this point, I think we're ready for the testimonies. If you would like to give us a testimony, you can either raise your hand, *9 on the phone, *6 to unmute yourself, or raise your hand on the video.
However, that the National Security Council is asking the Department of Defense to engage Capitol Police on planning.
Somebody's got some news on in the background. Okay, I think we have, who's going to work all those buttons for us to get everybody in that wants to give a testimony?
I'm going to go ahead and work the buttons.
Thank you. Do we have any testimonies yet?
Right, I have one hand that's raised, and that is from Mrs. Marquita Jacobs. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, and thank you. Thank you for joining our session tonight. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. And I want to say good evening to everyone. And most definitely want to thank the people that introduced me to it. Miss Rebecca, my aunt, I'm not sure if she's on here tonight, but she's the one that introduced me to Miss Rebecca, and my uncle as well. I've been using the aloe vera healing juice for some months now. Miss Rebecca, she educated me very well on, the use and how I'm supposed to drink it and what it's for and everything. Now I want to give a testimony of using the topical. I have eczema and it runs in my family, but I'm using it on my hands and I can see it working. I try to remember to use it every day, but it is definitely working. And just want to thank her again for introducing this to me, and also the juice as well. I can see it working, and I just can't wait to see all the wonderful miracles that it has to come. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you for that, Marquita.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to come out with a testimony? Just raise your hand. that can't be it for the testimonies for tonight. Are we going to go into Q&A that quickly? Barbara?
Fran, let's give folks a little more time. Please, if you guys, please don't be afraid. If you do have a testimony, that's what we're here for, to share the experience so that we can get others to not be afraid to say how the aloe vera has helped them, not only physically, but even mentally, because I know I had a friend of mine who was talking about drinking the aloe vera, how it helped them through their anxiety, depression state, getting them more aware and not so boxed and closed in where they was in a box. So this is the time and the place to share. I'm just asking folks, if you do have something, please, so that other people can just hear it and, tell others. It's very important. Well, since I'm on the line, let me just talk about for myself. My name is Barbara. Miss Rebecca definitely educated me about the aloe vera juice, and I am a testimony to that it does work. I had multiple ailments, but the one that it really helped me was I almost had stomach cancer. I had a stomach infection about 2.5 years ago. Silly me, I had forgotten about the aloe vera juice. I was just so consumed and into the doctors over at the military installation, knowing that, hey, if I go to the military doctors, that the medication that they will give me will definitely cure my stomach virus. Now, how I got the virus, being in the military, I could have gotten it when I was overseas or on a probably vacationing overseas. I just don't know. I just know I kept having so much stomach pain, and it was just so excruciating, and it was unbearable. And I did go to the doctor, and they told me I had a stomach infection. Um, the medication that they were giving me were generic medicine. I was on this medicine for about 6 weeks, and all my, the antibiotics that they gave me, it really didn't work. So I had to get a special approval for the medication to actually knock it out. And as you know, when you're taking any kind of medicine, you're talking about the the strong, cells, the bad, the good and bad cells. And I tell you, I was like a walking zombie, not knowing if I was going to live or die. But when they gave me the medicine, went back to the doctor the second time, I had to go through that same regimen routine again. And that medicine that they gave me didn't work. And I called Miss Rebecca to tell her, Miss Rebecca, I don't know, why didn't I call you? She said, Barbara, I'm gonna get you on this aloe vera. I want you to take it as I instruct you to. She instructed me to take 3 ounces at night before I went to bed, and in the morning to also drink 3 ounces. I did that for a whole month. Went back to the doctor. Not only did it cure my stomach infection, it also I had endometriosis. I went to have a physical, and they told me they couldn't see none of the, I would say this, what do you call it, the infection, and also none of the blood that was in the womb, that caused the one to have the pain around the stomach and everything. All that was gone. So I was just thanking God, saying, hallelujah, thank you, Lord. And not only did it cure the endometriosis, the stomach virus, it also cured my thyroid issue that I had. They were giving me thyroid medicine, and they could not really pinpoint the dosage that I needed. I was up and down, and I got really frustrated with them. So I said, the heck with this. when I went, again to the doctor, I didn't even have to take the medicine, the Synthroid for the thyroid. So I'm just so blessed to know that this miracle juice just totally healed my body. I mean, um, I'll be 58 this year. I feel like I'm 28. Not only do I feel like I'm 28, I can say I look like I'm 28. And I just want to thank Miss Rebecca just for uh, just giving, just telling me, having the faith that this right here is definitely the miracle that God has given her to give others. And I'm just grateful and thankful. And I just have so much to share. And like I said, I do it religiously. Um, I don't leave home without it. And even with the 2 times a day, I do it more than that. When I leave the house, I make sure take 4 ounces before I leave the house. And when I come back into the house, I even drink 4 ounces. So I just don't do it at night. And when I wake up, I also do it when I'm leaving the house and when I return back into the house. And that's all I have to share with you all for this evening. Thank you all for allowing me to share with you all my experience with the aloe vera juice.
Thank you, Barbara.
You're quite welcome.
Hi, this is Sarah. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Sarah.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. This is Sarah from DC. And I just want to give you my testimony. I was trying to wait and let everybody else do theirs because I've given mine before, but you can't talk about this aloe vera juice too much because my family have to tell me, mother, give it a break, okay? I said, honey, if it's helping people to turn around their health, then I'm going to tell it. I'm not going to tell no bad news. I like good news. Anyway, I was scheduled for surgery for cataract in 2019. And then because of the coronavirus and all that, they had to put me on hold and they told me to come back and, in a couple of months. So then I got signed up again for my pre-op. So when I went back for my pre-op for my cataract in my left eye, the technician did my, the chart with the A, B, and D. And when she went through that, she said, well, Miss Stephen, your eyesight has improved. Said, I don't know, but I don't think you really need the surgery, but you talk to the doctor about it. So I said, okay. I said, well, honey, I'm in here for pre-op to get my surgery. And I've been waiting for months now. So she said, well, then the doctor came in and she did the same thing, looked in the eye and gave me the letter and all that. Let me do the chart where I can read the letter. Then she said, well, Miss Stevens, I don't know what you've been doing, but your eyesight's a 20/20. And I said, oh, come on here, let's get serious. I said, I'm here for surgery. And she said, no, your eyesight is 20/20. You don't need the surgery. I said, well, thank you, Father, Mother, God. So she said, whatever you're doing, you need to keep on doing it because it really has corrected your vision. And I said, well, I haven't done anything different except I've been drinking this aloe vera juice. And she said, well, if that's what you've been drinking, then that's what then turned your vision around. So I just been a happy camper ever since. And then even before then, I had been promoting I don't want to say promoting, but I just been telling people how I feel from drinking the aloe vera juice and everything. So I've asked people, I got people from Alabama all the way to California drinking this juice. So I am happy that people other than myself is drinking it and getting the benefit. I don't want to tell their story because I've invited them at the last minute, but I gave them the old number instead of the new Zoom number. So I'm not sure if they're on the conference call or not. But I've been right now, my son is on it, and I've been trying for a year, more than a year, to get him on this juice, and he's been fighting me. but he did come on board here a couple of weeks ago, and he is happy. And he said he feels a difference. So I haven't got an update on his progress, but I don't want to tell everybody. So I'm going to make sure they get on the next conference call so they can tell their own story. But I'm not hearing nothing but good news from this aloe vera juice. And I just give it thumbs up. And I can't stop talking about it to different people because they think they can go to the store and get this aloe vera juice. And I told him, I said, honey, if that was the case, then we wouldn't have no sick people here in the world. I said, but I think it's what Miss Oliver. I said, I think it's what Miss Rebecca, I don't think, I know it's what Miss Rebecca is putting in there that's turning people's lives around, because I know the difference and other people are telling me the difference. Okay, I just thank Miss Rebecca and I just love her unconditionally. Thanks, Miss
Thank you,
Rebecca.
Sarah. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And no, I appreciate you guys for what you're doing. And I'm so pink that these conference calls are every week now. Okay, I'm signing out.
I don't know.
Thank you, Sarah. We need to start thinking out of the box. People are so conditioned. Go to a doctor, take medicine, listen to whatever the doctor says. The doctors know nothing about nutrition. They know nothing about health. They know nothing about things like aloe vera juice and natural products that really get into the body and really work and help people. And that's why we're doing this, is to educate people. You're not going to get everybody, but if you get a couple and you help them to feel better, there's nothing like that. So as Sarah's doing, tell your friends, tell your family, bring them on the Zoom. We're going to be doing this every week. I do have a fun announcement, which I'll also say again at the end of the call, that Miss Rebecca has agreed to come on at the first Friday of each month and give a talk about the aloe vera from A to Z for us. The first session that she will be doing with us will be March 5th, and we will keep announcing that. We're going to have a whole hour with Miss Rebecca and listen to her help us, educate us on what this is. So we really need to build that call up and bring as many people on for that call for March 5th. And every month thereafter, the first Friday of each month, she's going to be on, kind enough to do this for us. And that will really give us an education. When we understand more about information is power, understand what this is and why it works. And you might drink it as I did for a cough or for something in particular, but then when you start to feel better and this goes away and that changes and you just really feel better, you might not know what it is, and it's the juice. So that's why we're here. Do we have any more testimonies before we go to questions?
Frank, can we just tell people, can I just say that if anybody that's out on the phone who wants to give their testimony, if you do a *6 to unmute yourself, or if you want to raise your hand from your phone, that is a *9. Again, if you're out on the phone and you want to give a testimony, please unmute yourself by pressing the *6. And also, if there's someone out there that has the phone and they want to raise their hand from a phone, that is *9. So we'll just give folks a couple more minutes, Fran, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Try to give those individuals who want to give their testimony.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm just excited. This is Faluke, calling from Western New York, but originally from the DMV. Hey, DMV. I just like to give thanks and praise for Mama Rebecca and how God has used her blessed hands to really institute a product that covers the gamut in terms of external and internal wellness. I was introduced to the product by Donna. I think Donna's still on the line. And Donna has shown me some pictures of a breakout that she had on her arm. And then she started discussing the aloe vera. And I believe it was an event that Donna had. She had invited Mama Rebecca. And so she came, of course, with her product and shared with us information about the plant and testimony after testimony. Well, I got on it, and then I think I might have slipped off of it for a while and then got back on it again. Got back on it again consistently when COVID broke out. And immediately when New York was shut down, which was like March 14th of 2020, I was surrounded by a couple who came down with it and had to stay in bed for 2 weeks. I never got any symptoms. I never got any, nothing. I never got anything. And I attribute that to the aloe vera, along with some other products I was taking, but definitely the aloe vera. And then I have a testimony about my two sons. One was diagnosed as being asthmatic, and the other one just had a persistent cough. And this was just a couple of months ago, in fact. My son, who was diagnosed as being asthmatic, I don't like to call him an asthmatic, and who was diagnosed as being asthmatic, was trying all types of remedies and inhalers, and he was not breaking through. He could not clear his bronchial tubes. So he got the aloe, and in less than 72 hours, everything had cleared up with him. The one that had the cough no longer has the cough anymore. He used to have a lot of drainage and just a lot of uncomfortable mucus in his body. That's gone, and he's a pretty consistent user of the aloe vera as well. So that's my testimony, and I like what Miss Sarah said. She said she likes to bring good news. So that's the good news I'm bringing today. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you. And you see how quickly it works. How long do you have to take antibiotics for them to work? 10 days, 2 weeks? This works immediately.
Oh, yes.
Immediately. Thank
But
you.
you know, antibiotics just quiet it down. It don't eliminate whatever's going on in your body. I can say this here goes in and attack whatever is going on in your body and turn it around. Let me give you another little short testimony that I have myself. When I get up in the morning, the first thing that goes in my mouth is my aloe vera juice. Then I go to the bathroom and I take my aloe vera juice and put some on my head because you can see my brains at the top of my head. That's a joke, but either way, I put it on my head. Then I wash my face with it, and then I just take my fingers and rub it across my eyes. And then I pour it. Beg your pardon?
Go ahead. There was somebody that wasn't muted. Go ahead, honey.
Okay, well, I wash my face with it and I rub it over my eyes, and then I just rub it over my body, and then I let it dry off, and then I go ahead and have my rest of my vitamins and stuff I take. Then I go and take my shower after it done dried into my pores, because if it's getting your pores, then you can't wash it out. So I just use it all over. And I am experimenting something else. I have to tell you about that later, but once I get some results. But you know, what's good for humans is also good for pets. But I'll just put that out there. And let me say one other thing. I've been in the medical field and I work neck and neck with doctors. And if you know any doctors, you know that doctors they train and learn how to write prescription. And if you tell them this or that hurt, then they know what prescription to write. But for as nutrition and all of that, that's not part of their training. So that's why we have to go farther than a doctor when we trying to find a result for whatever's going on wrong with us. And I don't have, like I said, I've been in the medical field quite a few years. I worked at the hospital for 18 years, so I know a little bit. But the bottom line is doctors, I give them credit for what they do, but I'm into health and wellness. That's my pet peeve right there. Each one help one. And if I can help you, I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to sign out now. I can talk all day. That's my pet peeve, talking.
Thank you, Sarah.
Well, greetings,
you're right
family.
about the doctors. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Deanna.
Greetings, peace and blessings, family. I'd like to say I definitely wanted to speak up and first give all credit and honor to where it's due, and appreciate is my sister, my beloved sister Faluke, spoke up. And, I am grateful to be, I'm in a space of gratitude to really be, particularly in these times of extreme uncertainty, to be able to know for sure that, Sister Rebecca's product is so profound and definitely only adds value and supports so many people to live the best quality of life. And I can say for myself, grateful to Donna, Sister Donna, shout out to her again, who actually turned me. Actually, we met Rebecca a while ago, some years ago, I remember at an event. And I can't even tell you how long I have been using the product, meeting Miss Rebecca down in Pentagon City every so often and stocking up on my aloe. And I can tell you that for sure, there's a couple things that come to my mind, but there's no particular challenge that I was having. And I use the aloe consistently to be proactive and not reactive. So definitely, as I heard someone speak earlier, literally from my head, I use the topical on my face, on my skin. I wash my face and I put the aloe on my face. I can say particularly, I remember having suffered a burn in my mouth area some years ago, and Rebecca would share with me how to use it topically, and it was a very serious burn. And I mean, immediately it, the aloe did what it did, and helped my that area to heal. I've used it. I use it externally in different areas of my body. I definitely, as someone spoke of earlier, when I wake up, in fact, usually even before I go to bed, I'll have my my aloe ready for me to drink upon me arising in the morning. So I take it consistently, and it is definitely, it supported me in feeling great. And what I've found to be very powerful last week, there was a gentleman when he shared about how he noticed that when he was going through a period of depression in his life, how he was really able to think upon how the aloe vera supported him in working through that depression. And as it says right on the bottle, actually anointed body healer. And I remember looking at the label afterwards, after we got off, got off the call later Friday night. The first thing that it says is mind, body, spirit. And I can say, I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I'm grateful to be a loved child. And yeah, so the aloe vera is just powerful. I know I have sent and referred plenty of people, even since I spoke to, we were on the line last week. I know I have a young lady that I have connected with a while ago that I referred her. So I'm constantly referring people. And as you said, anytime that you can add value and give people what I know for sure, as I'm standing here, this is a solution that, continues to, allows me to be healthy, healed, whole, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I'm really grateful. So definitely I wanted to thank Rebecca again. Anytime that I can come on and share this. In fact, I still was texting out to folks to let them know about this good news, because we definitely, as we continue to help each other to get this good news out, because even for me last week, the testimonies were very, very powerful. So I'm definitely encouraging anyone, even if you feel like it's not a, I'll just say this, there's no testimony too small, period, because pretty much whatever it is that you share, that you may have experienced, or loved one who's using the product, believe me, there's someone on here listening that has a loved one that they can share that this will support them with. So thank you for creating the platform, and, thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Deanna. And the word you were using was prevention. Don't wait till you get sick and then try to get rid of it. We are in a time of prevention. People need to get out of the box and start to think differently and think healthy and do things differently. And the aloe just fits in. I've only been on it for 4 months and it's done absolute wonders for me. So just try it. You got nothing to lose, and you never know what it's going to do for you and how much better it's going to make you feel.
Oh, Fran, this is Barbara.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to actually, my cousin, her name is Carol. I'm going to actually put her on the spot because she really wants to give her testimony, but this is her first time actually on this call. So I'm going to unmute her and ask her to say a few words. Carol, can you please unmute yourself? This is your opportunity. Okay, don't be shy.
We're thankful that you got a testimony because believe it or not, it's a lot of people that are not here today. Wish they could have been here to give a testimony like this. So I am tickled pink. I'm happy. I just want you to know that I'm 75, going on 76, and I don't have nothing on my body that hurts me. So I am just happy. And sometimes I feel guilty for being healthy as I am, but I've been diagnosed with all of the problems that from my head all the way to my toes. So Carol, please give your testimony. We want to hear.
We need to start an over 70 club for us ladies.
Well,
I know, girlfriend, because see, I get a lot of compliments. I done lost weight on maintaining it.
Yeah.
And it just overwhelmed. I look like my daughters. We all look like three stooges. But I am so tickled pink. I've been diagnosed with all of the above: sleep apnea, arthritis, blood pressure, cholesterol, and I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. Excellent. I can do jumping jacks at 76.
Well, good for you.
Yes,
Good for
yes.
you.
I feel guilty sometimes, but
Well, don't feel guilty. Be grateful. Don't be guilty. Be grateful.
I know. And see, I believe in preventive measure. I don't want to wait till I get something. Then say, oh, well,
Exactly.
I go. Well, my whole take with this aloe vera juice, excuse me, is to put it in your body and let it do what it do, because all of us got different, what can I say, needs in our body.
Well,
So
we all do. We all do.
it goes
Are we
in
about
and,
ready to bring on Miss Rebecca, Barbara?
oh, that was Carol I thought was coming on.
yeah, Carol is on the other line. She's trying to figure out how to unmute herself.
Oh, okay.
What we probably can do is just go right in.
Tell her to hit *6.
Yeah, I told her.
I would love to tell my testimony.
Well, hold on. We're here. Can you all hear her?
Yes.
Yes, we can. I can.
Go ahead, Carol. They can hear you.
Hi, my name is Carl, and I'd like to tell you what the Aloe Vera done for me. I was diagnosed with COVID on the 16th of this month. They gave me I was really diagnosed on the 18th. I got sick at work. I wound up coming home. I had shortness of breath. I didn't have no taste, so I waited a while. I wound up going to MedStar, where when they checked me, took an X-rays, they see that I had pneumonia. So they immediately gave me some paperwork and told me to report to the hospital. So when I went there, they took their tests and they said I had COVID, and the pneumonia comes with that sometime. So make a long story short, I was in the hospital for 2 days. I had some aloe vera juice with me, but I was just so mentally stressed out, I didn't even use it, to be honest with you. When I got home, I sent my son to get 2 gallons for Miss Rebecca. And I started to take it in 3 days. And I was shortness of breath still, because if anybody know about COVID, it takes a long time to get yourself together. So I said, I've been trying to juice back and forth. So I said, you know what, I'm going to try it again. So I promise you, I tried it in 3 days. My blood sugar in the hospital was 400 and something. I could have went into a diabetic coma. My A1C was 13. When I drank that juice for 3 days, I promise you, my sugar went down to 94. So I'm still continuing to drink it. And I just thank Rebecca so much. I thank her for God blessing her enough for this juice to get out to be able to help people. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Carol.
This is the lifeblood of what we do, is listening to other people's stories and testimonies. This is why we do this, so that we can hear what it actually does to people. It's fabulous. Are we ready to bring on Miss Rebecca? Have some Q&A?
I just want to give the folks one more shot at it. For those of you that are out on the phone and you want to give a testimony, you can do *6 to mute and unmute yourself. So we don't want you to be muted. We would like for you to be unmuted. So let's do a *6 and give your testimony. This is where the friendly people come together and talk about the goodness of what God has given an individual to share with us, the aloe vera juice. Please, if you can give a testimony so folks know that this right here really works. You've heard them all. Powerful testimonies, and that we go out and share with others. Again, if you're on the phone, please do a *6 to unmute yourself and give a testimony. I have a hand. Stand by, please. Let me see who's that. We do have a hand.
Miss Keisha.
All right, Keisha. Let us.
Hi, good evening, guys. I'm giving a testimony. I had the juice. I actually had COVID back in November of last year. I didn't know what it was. I was misdiagnosed. They said I had an upper respiratory. I was on prednisone. I thought the prednisone was causing me to have no taste, no smell, and things of that nature. Then I actually found out that wasn't the case. It was actually COVID. My husband, which is Rebecca's son, happened to say, why don't you try the aloe vera? Mom wants you to try it. So I tried it. Within probably 30 minutes, I was up, moving around from being laying around for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I couldn't move, couldn't do anything. I am a frontline worker. I'm a nurse. I've worked with several positive people. I work in a nursing home. We had about 26 positive people that I worked with. By the grace of God, I've never caught in COVID. The only thing that I am doing is taking the aloe vera every day. I take 4 ounces in the morning, and that's all I take. I take it on a regular basis. And I've been taking it since March.
Fantastic. Thank you, Keisha.
You're welcome.
Works on everything.
So Fran, I want to give one too. This is Donna.
Sure.
So this week, I think maybe the weekend, Saturday, early Sunday morning, I have bone loss, and sometimes my gums become inflamed. But for the last couple of weeks, I've been feeling, since I've been drinking the juice, I've been having like slight flu symptoms. It comes and goes. And last summer I had a real bad case of poison ivy, and I got stung by a bee. All happened like within the same couple of days, right? So anyway, these flu symptoms been kind of going and coming. So this week I felt it again. And then my gum was really, I took a picture, I need to send it to Rebecca, it was really swollen. So I started using the topical, just putting drops, as I called Rebecca and told her, I started putting the drops there. And then she told me to start using the aloe that I drink to rinse my mouth and spit it out when I'm done. Needless to say, today is a good day. But I was telling Rebecca and Alice, what I think is, I'm so allergic to poison ivy because it's the second time I've had it. I think it was in my cells and my tissues, and the aloe is just really, and plus the bee sting is flushing all of that stuff out, because I had a real bad case of poison ivy this last summer. So I'm just so grateful. I told Rebecca, if I move wherever out of the country, I'll be getting my aloe. So thanks, Rebecca.
Thank you, Donna. Anybody else? I think Miss Rebecca's ready for us.
Okay, are you ready?
Are we ready, Barbara?
Yes, we're ready, Fran.
Wonderful. I'd like to introduce Miss Rebecca Brown. She is our fearless leader, our rock star. the amazing lady that provides the aloe vera juice that's helping all of us. And we'd love to hear from you, Rebecca.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure and a blessing to be involved in this with you and to help people, because this is my heart. And most of you know that my situation was dire. And therefore, if this can bring me from paralysis and out of a coma and from drug abuse of Demerol, it can heal anything and anyone. And I just thank God for the opportunity to share. And as I sat listening to the testimonies, it's just the goodness that you are given to God for Him allowing you to be healthy. And for those who have testimonies and aren't sharing, you're withholding your blessings. You should never withhold your blessings from God, because God is good. And if He allows you to be a blessing, share it. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Again, if you want to know why this plant is so effective, go to Numbers chapter 24, verse 6. Doctors cannot heal you. They can assist you, but they can't heal you. God planted this plant, and healing is a miracle. He imparted the miracle of healing in this plant. I can tell you, anything and anyone that this plant touch will get healed. If anything is within you that is not natural, it will be healed. It will be driven out. Not might, it will be driven out. And so understand something. And I was listening to this tonight, and a lot of you are correct. You want to use this as a preventive measure, because if you use it, you're not going to get sick. That's a fact. If you get sick, it will heal you and protect you. So open up your hearts, open up your life, open up your eyes, and let people see that God dwells within you. Because you remember this, your body is the temple where God resides. Would you think about, if it's His temple and you haven't cleansed it, He's living in garbage. God deserves better, because He gave us His best. We owe it back to Him to give Him our best. And every day, all day, if you think of nothing else, think of this. You are among the living. You didn't have to be. It's a blessing that God reached out and blessed you. Not only did He bless you, He gave you something to keep you blessed and healthy. And that's the aloe vera. I plead with you, I beg you to share it with people, because information is important. What we don't know can hurt us. What we don't know can kill us. But when you know better, you do better. And when you know better, we are supposed to be the hands and feet here on earth for God. And the way we do that is share whatever blessings He gives us with others. And as I listen to all of the testimonies, it's interesting because aloe vera is a healer, but it's also personalized. Whatever's wrong with me, it's going to heal me. Whatever's wrong with all of you, it's going to heal you. We all have different problems and different issues. But because God is perfect and because he touched it, and if you go back to Genesis, when he touched man, there was a connection between the plant that God touched, man that he touched, and the power that's in God. We have as much power, but we don't know how to use it. We don't know how to use it. And remember, we have to become more knowledgeable about ourselves. We have to. It's hard to take care of something that you don't understand. And you live with your body every day. Just ask yourself this question. How is it that I live with my body every day and I know very little about it? I don't even know how to take care of it. And it's keeping me every day. We take these things for granted. Do not take anything for granted. Do not. It is so important for us to stand up and give God his due, because your body is a gift. You don't want to take this gift for granted. It works whether you like it or not. You can't make it work. God keeps it working. All you have to do is keep it clean. All you have to do is keep it clean. And I will share something with you all, and I will give you an idea. But next week, I plan to bring you all fantastic news. And this is all because of the grace of God. When you do what God says, he will open up the floodgates for you. And I said that, and I'll tell you more about this next week, but I said that to say this. When God bless you, tell someone, share it. Because what you don't realize, you could be blessing someone else. And I'll give you an example. What he did for me, what if I would have never told anyone? I wouldn't be doing what God asked me to do. Because on my sick bed, I promised God, if you would heal me and restore my health, I will be your mouthpiece. I will be those feet that travels wherever, however, whenever. And when you make a commitment and a promise to God, don't go back on it. Don't withhold it. Because guess what? He watches and sees and hears about your commitment. If you fall short on it, you held accountable. And we all one day have to face God. What can you say you did? What type of servant can you say you were? And all I'm asking is that you know what God did for you. Share it. Tell somebody. Touch somebody with it. I get calls all the time. So I know that there are more testimonies than what I'm hearing. My question is, why aren't you sharing? You share them with me. This is the group. This is the family of people that want to hear. The world needs to know. We can make changes to people's lives. We can bring people from a dark place into the light just by sharing what God has done. So I want you to please don't hesitate. Don't sit on your blessings. Because I know, and most of you know, and all of you know, that has ever consumed this product, I will say this, and I always tell people this. This product is just like Christ. You cannot come in contact with Jesus Christ without changing. If you drink this product, there will be a change, not might. It will be a change, whether you like it or not. The only way you don't change, you don't drink it. And because of this COVID, many people are calling because they have the COVID. It gets rid of it. A woman called me today, and her doctor asked her to ask me what was in the aloe. And I showed her and shared it with her. And all I'm saying to you, because we're in the worst situations we're in, and let me just explain something. It's up to you what you do. I don't know how many of you are familiar with viruses, but they're very tricky, as I've explained before, but they're even worse now because the strands of viruses that's from South Africa, Brazil, and Britain, they are coming in unison. And when they come, what they do is they join the viruses that's in the vaccine. And remember, I explained to you that that's what the vaccine is. It's viruses. And so what they're finding now, most people who have taken the vaccine, those viruses are attracted to the viruses in the vaccine. So a lot of these people who took the vaccine are getting ill because the virus from South Africa is dominating all of the viruses. So before you enter anything into your body, you must understand what you're doing, because it could simply be the last thing that you do to your body. And I don't know whether most of you are aware of it. The woman that was 58 years old from Gloucester, Virginia, she worked at this place and they kept trying to get her to take the vaccine, and she was hesitant because she wasn't sure how it was going to affect her. She had underlying health conditions. So they kept after her. So she said, I need my job. So she took it. It wasn't 15 minutes later, the viruses combined, overtook this woman's body. She went into congestive heart failure and died. Just that quick. So you gotta know your body. You gotta understand it. Why would you put something into your body that you don't need? Because if you are going to get the virus, at least it's just one, but you got 7 plus 1, and the body has to fight it off. And there is no medication that can stop the viruses. And I'll give you an example. If you stop and think, children get chickenpox. Well, if you haven't cleansed your system all the years that you've been alive, the chickenpox is in your system. But as you get somewhere around 65, 70, all of a sudden you start developing shingles. That's the chickenpox. And shingles is deadly. What happens if you drink the aloe vera? It kills the viruses, so you don't develop shingles. So that's what I'm saying. Try to understand how important taking care of yourself and knowing your body, and it will give you signals. Take these signals seriously. Please take it seriously. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed you. Okay?
Thank you, Ms. Rebecca. Do we have any questions for
Yes, we do.
Rebecca?
Yes, we do, Fran. We have a very interesting question, and the question is from Patrick Archer. His question is, the question is about a pregnant woman and using aloe vera. I have a friend who has had multiple miscarriages and is actually in the 4th trimester now. Would this be a good candidate for her to take on a daily basis?
Yes. Yes, it will. I don't know how much you know about miscarriages, but miscarriages come from several things. And it can be that the body is getting false signals as to where the child or the egg is supposed to be resting after conception. And a lot of times, if the body is out of balance, and I don't know how many of you heard of free radicals. Free radicals can trick the body, and the egg doesn't know where to rest itself. So it ends up in a place where it cannot and will not feed the fetus that's going to be developing from the egg, the fertilized egg. So what happens when you take aloe vera in a situation like this? It takes out all of the free radicals, and then the body is aligned so that it functions properly and naturally. So yes, it will help this person.
Thank you, Miss Rebecca.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Rebecca. I appreciate that.
Sure.
Anything else before we close this evening? Let's put up the closing slide, please. There we go. If you want to order the product, you can get it at our website, https://www.abchallovera.com. We also have an email set up if there was any questions or comments about the call this evening, or if you need to speak, contact Ms. Rebecca, you can use this email. It's a new Gmail, abch.avjuice@gmail.com. If we have any new people on, I'd like to tell them just briefly about the 2 products we have. One is the aloe vera juice that you do drink. It does come in a variety of sizes. And our favorite is the topical, which is a very small container that is absolutely priceless that you put all over your body. So those are the 2 products that we have. And is there anything else we need to cover, Barbara?
I'd like to just make one point that's on this slide, that the products are manufactured without preservatives, additives, or pesticides. That's very important. So it's natural. Okay, so that's very important. So what's going into your body is a natural juice, or on your body is a natural topical. Fran?
Can I ask a question?
I have another, yes.
Okay, my question is, Barb, you're the one that sends out the invite, is that correct? Or who sends them out?
Yes, I am the one that sent out the invite. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, when do you send them out, on a Friday or a day before, or a couple hours before the conference call, or what? Because
Let me just, that's a good question. Let me just say this. Um, I try not to send them out as frequently because it's the same. Once I send it out once, I feel as though I don't have to send it out to inundate people's mailboxes because nothing changes. The only thing that changed is it's every month, it's every Friday. You have the same meeting link, the password, all that's the same. However, what I'm asking, I think someone says each one reach one. So if you all can reach others through your email to broadcast it out, that would help me. And if you want me to put them on the email list, please send it to the abch.avjuice@gmail.com because I will be forwarding, broadcasting email to the mass of the email addresses that I have to inform them of March the 5th, where Miss Rebecca will be coming on from beginning to end to talk about the whole aloe vera. And she will have some slides to go through. So I would love to have everybody that you can invite to be a part of that session on March the 5th.
okay, because what happened is I thought the number that we on tonight was a different number than we was last week. Because what I did, I texted quite a few people and told them about it. And then my concern is also by texting them, I would really prefer to call everybody that I'm invited a couple hours before, and also text them and give them the number, then call them a couple hours before so they would know, okay, we're gonna have a call, and please put that time aside. That way I'll have more of a idea who's gonna be on, because I've called people, an hour before, and they say, oh, I'm at the store. Oh, giving me all these different excuses because they didn't know before. But I think if we could call maybe just 5 people's, to get on the call and making sure they're on the call, or 10, the sky's the limit. My thing right now is, because of this virus out here, it's taken a lot of lives. In my family, it's taken quite a few lives.
Do these people have email, Sarah?
Do they what?
Do they have email?
Well, I don't know anybody email really. I just called.
Do they have computers so that they can get on the Zoom and see the slides and all, instead of just being on the phone?
Well, my family's a little bit, friends are a little bit old, and they don't really do Zoom now.
Okay.
But if they just call in and listen, that's good enough for me. Just listen. And they know how to mute themselves in and out. I just want to get them on the phone so they can hear and know that it's something that they can do to prevent things from happening.
Well, no, it's the same phone number every single week, so you can feel confident that you're going to give out a phone number that they can reach the call.
Excellent, great. I'll pass that on.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And Patrick asked about Barbara Patrick asked about a replay.
Patrick, that's a great question. If you could just reach out to us via the abch.avjuice@gmail.com. We are currently in the process of, we do record these sessions. We do have them available. Again, we like to send the link out, but we're working to actually put this on the website and also to put it on YouTube. And that downloading process takes a good minute right now, but we can actually give you a link that you can actually have to get this particular recording. But in the near future, very near future, we'll have all the recordings out on YouTube. So if you just send me your contact information at abch barbara.avjuice@gmail.com. I can send you the temporary link until we get it out on YouTube.
That would be excellent.
And is that for
I
all the
greatly-
calls or just tonight's call?
That was actually for all of them, because I would like to go back through myself and I actually take notes, and I want to go back through my notes as well. So greatly appreciate it.
So how do we distinguish between the night call and last week call and the week before?
It has
So
a date. They're all dated. They have a date on them.
Thank you. Okay.
Does that go for anybody on the call? If you're interested in getting a replay, just send your email, send a request to that Gmail address, and we'll get that out for
And if they could wait, I mean, if you don't, as I said before, they can send it, the request to that email address, but that's just an interim for right now, but we will be posting it on YouTube. So if folks can wait, that's great. And if you need it immediately to share with others, definitely send your request to that email and we'll get it out to you. As I said earlier, the goal is to have this permanently out on YouTube and on the website. It's going to take a minute for us to get there, but we can give you the temporary link. And again, that's going to be a temporary link that you request until we can get things out on the YouTube and onto the website. So bear with us. I appreciate it. And it was a great question. Thank you.
I think that would be awesome, because if they can't get on the call, they can always click on replay and they right there.
exactly. Anything else before we do our closing?
Again, I just want to say thank you, Ms. Rebecca, for your time and all that you've been doing. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Everybody. Appreciate you.
Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for coming this evening. This was great. It's getting better and better. Come with your testimony next week. We'd love to hear from you, no matter how big, no matter how small, if it's on the juice, if it's on the topical. We just want to share with people how to use this product and the results and wonderful effects that it's having to help everybody. So with that, if you have nothing else, Barbara, I will say good night and we will close down the call.
Thank you.
Thank
Good night,
everybody.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.
Have a blessed one on purpose.
Good night.